Okay.
Just shut down.
I see where it starts.
All right.
Yeah. We have been for weeks just going. Is it on?
Are we there yet?
And just waiting for the music. I didn't know we cut in on us when the goddamn drum roll came in. But hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
What's happening? Hey, and thanks to everybody for tuning in. Sorry about Friday.
Tonight's a very special episode where we find out Matt has been addicted to diet pills. Yeah. I underestimate. Listen to that opening. You forget how much bongos add.
Yes,
they really bongos do. Are always like that's a dumb instrument and stuff. And then if you see somebody on stage at a live show going off on the bongos,
it's always like when you see a guy just playing it, you're kind of like, is he doing anything?
Yeah, he's not mic'd. They didn't mic him. They just he's somebody's cousin that they're just let him.
His hands are softly petting the skins.
That's how MC Hammer went broke, because he had too many cousins. Just give him the bongos or something.
It's fine. Give that one. Give that cousin a triangle. Yeah.
But you get it. Like Matthew McConaughey getting busted for just being nude playing bongos. You're like, oh yeah. When you play bongos once and you're like, oh, I get this. Why would I want to be restrained by clothing?
And you probably you're high right now, yeah?
No.
Okay. Well.
Why?
No, you're just talking about before you were talking about looking at the fireplace high. I thought that was earlier.
Oh no, that was last night. Yeah, we got a fire pit.
Oh, right
in the yard, just stone looking at a fire pit.
I only asked because it's if you've hit, a bong, I think he must have been so high. He's hitting the bongos and he's just like, I should be naked as this thing, I remember being high in the woods and being like, all these trees need hugs. And I just went around and was just holding trees. Stop. What are you doing?
You got to start big and then learn how to reel it back.
That's really it.
I do want to point out the house that I'm in now. Look at that safe mark of smoke coming up from an outlet.
I thought that was like a ghost marker or something.
I'm not long for this world.
That looks awful.
I know. I don't know. I'm not paying rent.
God bless. Hope it doesn't catch fire.
I'm squat. Look at this Requiem for a Dream room that I sit in. I just put in the PlayStation today.
Oh, that's
on the floor.
That's just giving me soul chilling flashbacks to my 20s looking at that room.
Rolling off a mattress.
Yeah. The mattress with no frame that you had for 2 years. Just why? It's right there on the floor. It's fine.
Box spring mattress. That is kind of a racket though. When you when you first find out about a slatted bed frame, you're like, what have I been buying a box spring for this whole time? What kind of racket? What racket are there's already a conspiracy about mattresses that they're overpriced and they're money laundering, because you notice mattress stores are all grouped together like car dealerships.
Yeah, I always wonder about that, this made up mattress district and car dealership districts. I get can't have car dealers everywhere kind of thing, but yeah, it is.
But nobody's ever in a mattress store. They're never. I used to do a joke about how buying a mat. It's weird to buy a mattress. I was shopping for I'm going to get a good mattress, and oh, this might be the last time I do this, and to realize that you might be buying. This might be the last of this thing you'll buy in your lifetime, and I'm just laying in it, and I'm man, it's like a casket now. It's
funny. We have a sleep number, and when they're always the nicest people when you go in there. But this last time we had to return ordered a pillow, and it wasn't. It was wait, this pillow's overstuffed. It wasn't even the same pillow.
Wrong number.
Yes, but the guy was just be with you in a second, guys, and just tap 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 tap. Help forever And this guy at the other end of the store is just like in a chair looking at nothing, like just looking at the wall. It's just like they have nothing to lose. So that's funny you say that. Like the guy at first was like, well, I can't give you a cash back or a refund, but you can trade it for something else in the store. And I'm like, there's nothing else I want. And he's like, well, you could trade it in for the cheapest thing and I'll give you the difference. And we're like, no. And then he finally was like, you know what? I'll just do a refund. Like, just why did you try me? Why did you fucking try to get slick with a thing that's not policy?
Yeah. Like, we're still trying to look like we're a real store and it's not just goons putting money through counters in the back.
He's putting like ARs into like a hay filled like wooden box. Like, oh, hey, I like to hunt.
They're in the mattresses. That's where it is. It's not your money you had in a mattress. Mafia money in a mattress.
Yeah, it's every mattress full of money that isn't yours.
Yeah.
Don't ever.
Well, that's what that reminds like the bending the rule thing. Not that we go into the politics too much, but like I would get upset now, and there's a dumb thing you get mad about, like when, like if you get pulled over by the cops and like, well, you were doing 78, but I'll say you were doing 68, so you're only doing 8 miles an hour over the limit instead of 18 miles. And like, oh, that's nice, but all you're doing is showing that you can change the rules.
Yes.
However you want to change them. Like, okay, you're changing it for my favor now, but that doesn't mean you can't change it against somebody's favor later. It's like, just give me the ticket. or say I was doing no miles an hour over the speed limit if we're just making up rules.
Yeah. Well, like, did you see that there's an article with that have you seen that show I May Have to Destroy You with that Michaela actress? She did Chewing Gum. It's fucking brutal. It's incredible, but it's just every episode. It's about her going through, like, she got roofied, and like there's different episodes of her dealing with all like stuff. It's based on a true story. It's amazing, but it's just like, oh, it's harsh. But there's this great thing, part of the article where she was talking about she was negotiating with Netflix for this series, and it was great that she was like, she didn't understand like what a packaging deal was. So with her agent, she's like, yeah, but you'd get how much? And they're like, well, she's like, we'll find out. Call me back. And like, just by being like, I don't know, you have to teach me about this stuff. She just got to the bottom of everything, of how she was getting fucked over. And I was like, oh, I never thought of doing that with any deal I've ever done, where I'm just like, because it's always like long story long, but this Netflix thing where they're like, they didn't want to give her any of the back end. They never do. That's kind of what they do as a company. But like, she's like, asking for like 5%. And they're like, we just don't do that. It's not a big deal. And she goes, it's not a big deal. Give me 5%.
Yeah.
Like, the article's fucking hilarious.
But that's like,
I know that took me 2 years to get to my point based on yours.
I'm willing to talk about it. Like, it's not like, I always screw up buyers or sellers market, but show business has it's swatting away people that want to participate in show business.
Yeah.
So they get to make up their own rules for a fake industry. No offense to your wife, who's part of it, and as was my girlfriend up until a few months ago.
At least she's on our side,
Yeah, but like I remember getting like, I got the voiceover thing, and I got it because they came to me directly and were like, "Do you want to do voice for this?" I was like, "Yes," and they're like, "All right, well." I had managers saying like, well, 10% is going to go to the agency. I'm like, why? They didn't do anything.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's just how it works. I'm like, no, there's no how it works. Show me the showbiz rule book. Show me the rule of law for show business. And like, oh, if I don't give them 10%, I'll go to jail because it's a law. Then we'll talk. Right. But none of it's real. These numbers that are 10%, 5%, they're not real.
Well, it's kept arbitrary to kind of keep us in the dark, without a doubt, for sure.
I love just like, what? Like, you have to, now this person gets this. Why?
Yeah, hold on.
Well, because how it is. Fuck your business.
It's a different field than what they were working on. Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, I don't want to complain about that.
What'd you do this weekend, Kyle? Let's get into that.
I drove.
Yes.
Man, I drove from LA up to Oregon, stopped in the town of Redding. Oof. Wow. Redding, which is, I'm pretty sure, how the people of Redding pronounce the word reading, because that seems like the level of intelligence of that town. I was reading a sign the other day. I was in line at Del Taco getting a midnight snack from a ride, just some trash because they still got the impossible meat.
Sure.
You can still get midnight diarrhea even if you're a vegetarian. They're making it happen for us, and I appreciate.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So, and in the drive-thru, is a guy just full on clown tattoos, not tattoos of clowns, but tattoos to make him look like a clown.
Oh, good.
Just hard hitting the meth pipe behind a Circle K.
Wow.
Right next to the drive-through line. So we're all just getting our food like, man, I hope you just stay occupied with your little meth pipe.
Yes,
don't get
please,
into some sort of fantasy.
Please let it hold your attention until I can get back on the road. Please.
That was the same Circle K I pulled into to go to the bathroom. And as I'm walking up the door, the dude working there, who I wasn't sure at the time because he also had several face tattoos, saw me coming and then just locked the door at me and ran into the bathroom. I'm like, you could have just said something.
You know why? You didn't have face tattoos. That's the thing about Reading. It's just like if you don't have them, they don't know if they can trust you. You're not even a teardrop or a musical note.
He had just one sideburn thing going on. But as people, like I've got plenty of stupid tattoos. You got a couple tattoos.
Sure.
But it's really reached the limit of what.
Oh.
Like nobody will seem less interesting to me than someone under the age of 30 with like a full sleeve of like a themed sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody like it's all like the sea or like floral. I'm like, and I have tattoos.
Sure.
But that's just like I chose some wallpaper.
Wallpaper. Like, that's what I was about to say.
There was
wallpaper for your arm.
It should be like I got this one here and that's the story, and then I got this one with this person and that's the story. Like,
or even
that's the chapters. Yeah. Or silly shit, not just like pure decoration. Like, oh, you seem so boring.
Well, even the term
so boring.
A sleeve. It's like you are wearing part of a shirt for your permanent body art, not like a little fun sticker, like it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
and I will say, not to be racist against white people, but I do think the facial tattoo looks so much worse on us. You see, like that young kid, I forget his name. He's like a rapper or something, and just like he's so young, he doesn't look like he can grow facial hair, but he has like tattoos on his face. And I don't mean Post Malone, but Post Malone kind of looks like this too. You look like you fell asleep at a frat party.
Oh, everybody, all the jokes. Yeah,
the
all the jokes.
Rappers with the tattoos in their faces don't look like that.
No, it still looks bad. I don't think it's a race issue.
I think it looks better on a black person.
Well, then that is some sort of racism because you're saying their skin level makes it not as prevalent that you can't see the tattoos, I think. But I would say that
I just think they're more subtle. With us, it looks like a magic marker.
It was
specifically on your face.
They called them job stoppers because they're like, see, now I got to make it as a rapper because I did this to my face. And it's like, you could have just tried harder as a rapper. Like, just because you tattooed your face doesn't mean that now you're going to be a better rapper. What if you're a shitty rapper and you got all these face tattoos?
Yeah.
And it's not a job stopper. It's a job limiter. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of jobs because of how many tattoos are out there. There's plenty of jobs you can get with face tattoos.
And they're also not leaning in far enough. I've seen no tattoos that say like, fuck your fries, anything like that.
If there's a tattoo up here, even if it says I love my mom, but you're ordering fries from that person, it should just say fuck your fries because that's what's going to happen. This guy loves his mom.
Fair point.
Inappropriately.
Or if you really fell, rock bottom and had to get one of those jobs, you got an extra, I love my mom, like, and milkshakes. Get that right there.
I think, well, it's like they ran out now because now it is just face tat. Like, there's no more room. There's nothing to scare.
No. There's nothing. There's nothing.
I was in a set once, and one of the lighting guys had like a FTW, a fuck the world FTW, like on his head. I don't know if it was on his face, his head, and we're all sitting there like, well, but hey, man, he's got a union job, and why should we judge this dude just because he's got a
Totally.
face tattoo? It's the 2000. We ain't gonna judge this guy. And then he punched out somebody else on the crew. We're like, oh yeah, we should have totally judged that guy. That tattooed fuck the world on his head. Yeah, well,
What? Wait.
way to not surprise anybody, buddy.
What project was this? Can you say?
I was on it was Idiot Sitter. The show Idiot Sitter, short-lived show on Comedy Central with
Oh yeah.
I'm terrible about names. I just did a little bit part. But it was we're all kind of like, wow, this dude with the, and I think it was like forehead, because if it was even on the side, that's like, all right, you can grow your hair out. And
That's most crew guys. That's most of those Teamsters.
That's
neck. Yeah.
That's your parents letting you draw on the walls and marker because they know they're going to paint your room when you're gone for the summer.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this was like the forehead or something, or maybe like a neck, like oh man, FTW. And he proved himself. He just got in a fight and punched somebody out and got fired at me. I was like, yes, definitely. Fuck, not the world. Fuck your world.
Yeah.
I think the world's fucking you right now, buddy. I don't know, man.
I know. Pretty rough.
What'd you do this weekend? What's going on with your life?
Well,
Countdown T minus how long?
About a month.
You doing needle drugs just for the last month?
Oh, yeah. I'm switching to just straight up.
You can't have that laying around with the baby hands reaching.
No, and to use up all this cocaine that I've stored, it's just. I don't want to, it's so stepped on. I don't want to share it with anybody, and I can't. Social distancing, I can't do it with anybody, and she can't.
No, it's hard to like push a line. Nobody's got a mirror that big.
Yeah. That's what we got to start marketing. Socially distant Coke mirrors, 6 feet long,
really long, really
5
big
inches
straws.
wide,
really big Tom and Jerry straws that you can put in through a window and steal a line. Excuse me.
Don't mind if you could.
Where's all my Coke? Click, 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 click,
click. It's like one of those like pocket scopes that like pirates use.
Oh yeah.
Just whip it like one of those pocket clubs.
Ready to fucking party. So what'd you get into? What'd you tear up?
We just
July. It was 4th of July. I forgot about that.
Yeah. We just had a day on Friday, just us, and just kind of, it was that the whole thing. The reason why I kind of was like, oh, need Friday off is just like gotta have like, because we always go. This is my first 4th of July I've had in America in 6 years, and it's the best one. It's the best time we've ever had as a country.
You've been gone every 4th of July?
Yeah, we go because it's the most time Kara can get off. So we'll go. We'll just turn in all frequent flyer miles. She has a bunch. I have a bunch, and then just go. Oh, fuck yeah, Tokyo, great. We can go there.
Yeah,
and we have enough miles to fly there for free, kind of thing.
Oh, there you go.
So we do that like months and months before. But like this year, we originally just planned to go like see her family in New England and maybe hang out in Cape Cod, but can't travel. So we're like, all right. Let's hang out, together, have a fun thing on a Friday, and then Saturday, saw one or two people distanced, but it was just chill,
Yeah.
Nothing, no big thing. Didn't leave town, but just nice to kind of just shut off everything,
Well, I've been doing that for months, so
yeah. We wanted to be Kyle together.
Shut off. I mean, I don't know.
Nice.
I'm not really familiar with what that's like.
Is that Parkland's finest? Love it. That actually is good. Costco has good wine.
This is.
I went through a Pinot Grigio box.
Yeah, a lot of it's very fruity.
Mm-hmm.
Cab Sauv.
Yeah.
It's got a handle on the top for carrying around a yard.
What
I've been doing.
We used to call those space bags. You just tear open the
box.
Oh yeah,
you take it out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because they're all shiny and silver. Oh no, someone's taking your computer away. It looked like someone was picking your laptop up and just moving it and being like, "That's enough, Kyle." Like Rachel's just coming in and being like, "Fuck this. Pay attention."
Let them get on the internet. Yeah, sorry, man.
God damn it.
I mean, like wearing socks feels like prison. A belt, anything with a belt, I haven't done, and I hate how much I fall victim to direct marketing on Instagram, target
Sure.
marketing.
Sure.
But I was telling you, there's like, oh, it's a belt made out of rope, and I'm like, that's dumb. And then a week later, like, we still got these belts made out of rope. I'm like, give me one.
I'll take it.
That's the only
I went to
belt I've been
Costco this
wearing.
morning, just made a run for toilet paper, and I got there 10 minutes after it opened, or about 20 minutes, and gone. So I just went to the super. There's plenty at the supermarket, but for some reason, people are still going to Costco and buying pallets and getting the hell out.
Still going
Like,
ape shit on that stuff.
And there's no sign of them. There's no sign of where they had them. They have paper towels at the wazoo, but it's like toilet paper is like a mob informant that somebody told about it. Like, he's gone. You'll never see him. He got shot in the face twice. They put him in cement. He's the bottom of a building that's being built right now.
You don't no, he got reconstructive surgery as paper towels. You know, you buy paper towels and then they just come apart. You're like, oh, this has been toilet paper the whole time. You just had to know the secret code.
And I will be looking for something for hours and be like, help. And Carol it's right in front of me. Like, God damn it. Like, so I spent time just going up to all those piles of paper towels and going, it's one of these has to be toilet. Like, come on, guys.
I can make it toilet paper if I need to.
Without a doubt. But
get that bidet. Start rocking that bidet, man.
And I that's a great idea.
Start rocking that. I'm not even joking. That bidet, you'll use so little toilet paper.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll feel good. You'll feel good about your body.
So do you just drip dry then?
No, I'll take like a couple squares.
Okay.
And pat it off.
Gotcha. Okay.
Providing it did its job and got it all clean.
Right.
And then you dry off with a couple squares instead of like
yeah, less
ripping it out, just zip line style. Just, like,
right.
We don't need that.
Punch. Yeah.
Oh, but bidet, squatty potty, Crocs. I'm just like thinking about all the stuff where I've just leaned hard into comfort. I forgot about having to present myself publicly in any way, shape, or form.
I am definitely going down your road very soon once this kid comes, because I'm just like, I'm shutting down everything else. Nothing. I'm not gonna, put much thought into appearance and like that. I just said to Kara, I was like, yeah, we're losing all style. And she laughed.
No way. You're gonna be jogging. You're gonna have like the jogging stroller.
No.
There's gotta be like in Los Feliz, there's gotta be jogging stroller collisions.
Yeah, without a doubt. Mm-hmm.
Like there's two junior agents that have collided with their babies in
I think it's also though, I think there's going to be an insurrection with the amount of single people just staring at their phones and beelining that don't move for like a pregnant woman or a stroller. Where there's one or two times where I'm just like, you gotta go out in the fucking street, man. Like, if I see someone on the side, I usually go around the side of the car so they feel more comfortable,
Oh, I was talking pre-pandemic. If somebody's just looking at a phone and walking towards me, I'll like just yell "Olay" and get as close as I can.
Yeah. I mean, it's just as bad. It's just as bad. I mean, I understand it's an addiction, but just like if you're walking real fast and you got the buds in,
we gotta stop throwing the word addiction out like it excuses behavior for some of these things.
Without a doubt.
I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna stop. Well, I shouldn't say that, but where am I going? Why do I want to get negative?
We got donations in already. We haven't even announced. I forgot. We haven't announced it. We're doing we're doing the yucks for the Alzheimer's Association. So thanks to Albrecht's threw in $40. JD Brandis at 20. Anxious Pangolin once again, best name, $5. Thanks guys. That's awesome. Heading us off at the pass.
Did 4th of July? Did you go out and see And were people doing fireworks, even though they
I
shouldn't
could
have?
see them. I could see them from my kitchen. It just looked like the center of Los Angeles was kind of exploding, but colorfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just relentless and insane. I think the dumbest thing the mayor could have done is go, where no fireworks. No one gets to use them. It's like, you can't. They're going to use them regardless. So when you say you can't, it makes them even cooler. So thank God we don't have a dog. Jesus.
I only kept remember like living in LA for 17 years and like you can't have fireworks and fires. Up here they're legal.
Mm-hmm.
And still in my mind, I'm like, guys, hide these. I'm walking around like and I'm like, oh, you can do that here. And then I was gone. I get back, and Rachel's like, I spent $80 at a tent. I'm like, she just went to the guy and said, just give me the pretty ones. So we had all the fountain fireworks going off in the street. Some people, we met a neighbor who was saying you got to go to Washington to get like the big, like the pro grade ones. Yeah. So there's some people over there that had them, and it was fireworks are just cool.
They're fun, man. I mean, yeah, and it's cool. You got to use them, up there where it's a little people are a little more sparse.
Well, everything's green, everything's wet. It's also so it's not as much of a threat. Yes, you feel bad about the, PTSD or animals.
Sure.
Which you got, that is a thing. But it's also, hey, 4th of July is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
This has been 4th of July for 200 years.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
What's happening. What's going to happen on 4th of July. And
it's funny. There's a lot of veterans will just check into a hotel outside of town. Which I did not know that until I talked with. Kara was developing a project with a client who's had a relative who did that. I was like, I had no idea. I've seen signs people put up online of just like a veteran of combat veteran. Please don't set off fireworks kind of thing.
Well, that's a shame because those people deserve to celebrate the most. So I'm going to drive out to those hotels next year with some fireworks.
Give them a real treat.
They should. This is for them. It's for them. Guys. It's not even for us. It's for them.
Kyle, speaking of a real treat and awesome transitions, let's welcome our guest and great friend, Chris Hairbanks, everybody. Hey, look at you. Great.
It made me laugh that the music matched up exactly to my face appearing. That really tickled me. When things work and like you're on Zoom or you're at home and something actually works, it makes me laugh out loud. That's what I just learned.
Yeah, that you don't have a producer kind of going, oh, just a second, guys. Hold on.
Let us welcome you. Let us welcome you appropriately with a hey girl.
Hey girl.
Hey girl.
Hey girl.
There you go.
I have
what do you
coffee?
What's that? A cop coffee? Is that a
yeah
Irish cup of cop coffee?
Me and my sister with clown makeup on. We were in Reading, huh?
Hey.
Oh my God.
You think I didn't listen to the whole show?
Oh
I heard the
God.
clown makeup. I heard collapsible Coke straw.
You knew what
I heard the mattress stuff.
Was it all the frustration of like I would have a better tag than they did, and now I can
it was
my thumb up my ass.
No, it was a reminder that I'm going crazy because I live totally alone, and I started talking to myself or responding to movies. Like I'll just go, "Oh, that was nice of her." No one's in my apartment, and you guys were talking about mattresses, and I'm like, "Oh, totally. You got to get a bidet, Matt." I was saying it out loud. I have one too. Luckily, I was muted.
You're Michael Keaton from Mr. Mom when he's starting to talk back to the soap opera.
Yeah.
Don't let him treat you like that. Yeah.
Guys, you should see the Costco I go to. The toilet paper. I'm seriously, it kept happening. You gotta get it. Gotta get a bidet, Matt. It's okay. Great. I don't even use toilet paper. I got the bidet. The squatty potty is a good idea because at our age, you learn where it comes out of you or the direction.
You want the knees up.
I just pull my knees up to my chest. I don't have the squatty potty yet.
Oh, you just cannonball? You just
I
cannonball
just
it out?
can't.
Pure core strength. Just
I'll do it. Yeah.
You triple
I don't
Lindy
even
it out?
pull them up.
the whole time. The whole time your knees are just
my
up
legs. Yeah, I just bend them to my chest. I don't even use my arms, and I just tremble. Sometimes I'll do a jackknife and rest my leg on the edge of the tub.
You
But,
come out of this with the
other foot.
weirdest muscles, like
But
the
if I
weirdest muscle groups.
Yeah.
toned up.
Why? Yeah. Why do you have solar plex abs? You have abs on the front of your thighs.
He's all calves and neck. I don't know what happened to him.
Oh, that's from the toilet. Yeah, these are my toilet neck muscles. But then I just have non-flushable baby wipes, and I have a little box. It's like I live in Costa Rica. I don't even use my plumbing. But that's a whole other issue.
I had the same thing when we went with the Philippines. Like you basically put your toilet paper in the trash next to the
and
toilet.
It's disgusting. It's humid.
Why?
It's raining out and it's humid. And it's like, ooh, hot your friend or girlfriend's shit. Hot baking. It's not just yours.
Did
your
you
own.
Did you eat some weird new food? You bet your ass you did.
You bet.
Did you wash it down with some poisonous water? You know it.
Yeah.
How'd you guess?
They said avoid the ice cubes, but I drank my whole beverage.
I get nervous, so I chewed the whiskey ice cubes.
I'm not a strong swimmer, so I put some of the ocean water in my stomach.
I used to work at a warehouse where it was like a lot of immigrants that didn't know you could flush the toilet paper. And my supervisor was like, man, I don't even know how to start this meeting that I have to have because management told me I need to address it. But I need to get all the employees together and not name names, but say, hey, go ahead and flush your shitty toilet paper, guys. You made it here. We got the plumbing. It's gonna be all right.
It's one of the
discuss.
But my apartment I really like my new place in Echo Park. It's like, but I think it's something about it being on the top of a hill. I think the plumbing went from the top of this hill down towards the other houses. So I have the oldest plumbing. I just made that up, but it doesn't work very well. And my wiring is the kind of, I put some light fixtures in, and the wiring is that aluminum kind that just has fabric around it.
Oh, you cloth wrapped. We had that in the house when we bought it. Horrifying.
Yeah, I saw it on a Forensic Files episode. This lady went to prison for burning her children, and then they found out, oh, your wires just caught on fire. It wasn't you. She was already in jail, and they showed a picture. I'm like, that's my wires. So I pretty much live in the Philippines.
Guitar cables you have to plug into the wall to make phone calls from up there.
Yeah.
Do you have your hair up in a bun?
1 second.
I know who you are, Jim. I'll call the jailhouse. You need another ride
again, huh?
Chris, you look like if Carrot Top sold his act to his cousin like Gallagher did. And it's amazing. I've been watching your look grow throughout quarantine. I've been envious of it.
Yeah.
I've been fascinated by it. I'm like, he's leaning into it, and it's great.
Chris.
Well, now I'm actually wearing I'm wearing like tie-dye. I'm dressing like Carrot Top. I didn't know that.
You look like Chris, you look like half of Fleetwood Mac. Easily half asleep.
Apparently,
you look like Lindsey Buckingham started turning the other band members into him.
In the chat, they're calling you Chris Hairbanks right now. By the way.
Oh, great! That's terrific.
That seems flattering. That's flattering.
You have such a lovely head of hair. Let it shine.
I mean, it's different if you're alone in a park and I'm on a trail or something compared to back when my hair was like nice and neat and I had the cop mustache. It looked like I worked for the city or something. But now I'm just a trembling guy hunkered over in a bush. I just smile a lot. No one can see it because I have a fucking mask on.
Well, the
But
bush part's on
I
you. You didn't have to go into the bush.
I just look like a bush guy. I'm not really hiding in bushes.
I
People
think
think I've emerged from a bush.
I think they're wondering why you're not juggling. I'll be honest.
Like
you should have a couple bowling pins.
There's a guy from Craigslist selling me a slack line. I'm looking for him right now.
Yeah, me and Alex Hooper are gonna hit the park and we're gonna do some slacklining.
That juggler pinged one off my kid's face, caught it, and yelled cloth wiring and ran away. And I
laughed though.
That guy.
I laughed though, because you know how much I like prop comedy.
My only choice
is
clean cut, or if I grow it out, I conveniently get to look like Wayne Grove from Heat.
Oh yeah.
Remember that movie? Remember that movie where they were all scumbags, but even they hated one guy who was an extra
They tried to
cream
kill
of
him.
the crop scumbag? That's who I look like with the hair growing out.
He was making a move. Had to get it on, man. I had to get it on.
I gotta watch it again.
There's enough hair left up here that it's not like just full like Clint Howard of like just the horseshoe, just the Dr. Phil.
Clint.
Yeah.
So this, like, it's still like enough. It's just Bill Murray from Kingpin, just real fluttery kind of shitty.
Wayne Grove had his pulled back in a little pony. So that's I remember when Kyle had that. He went full Wayne Grove.
I was doing it for a minute.
Yeah.
Rachel dared me to grow my hair out, and I just said yes because that's not like a dare that happens right away.
Yeah.
And then 8 months later, I look like every white dude's mugshot. So let's.
You look like
not
you
have
produced
this
your own porn because you started wearing gold chains too, and your shirts were always unbuttoned to show off your hairy chest.
Yeah, I do. I rock a chain now.
It was pretty cool.
How does a hoodie with no shirt underneath look? That's a pretty cool look. That's
Very
a pretty
flattering.
Cool prison exercise look.
Yeah, I had to work out. I didn't have time to get ready. I just knew I had to work out. Just did the sweatshirt. Yeah, right. Matt, you and I used to both have we both came to town with big curly hair.
We did. We both had long hair. And speaking of curly, I got to point out that, your catchphrase that I picked up and still throw you. First time I saw Fairbanks do stand up, it was in a bar in the Valley. And Chris is doing his thing, and Chris is very stream of consciousness. I'm sure everyone who watches this is a fan of his like we are. But a woman walked by with hair like yours and an orange shirt, and in the middle of setting up a joke, you just went curly hair, orange shirt, and then went right back into the joke. And I almost fell off my stool laughing because it was just so. It was like he's not going to say anything about this woman who's trying to go to the bathroom, and like, yeah.
That's the first time I met you. Yeah.
And I always think of it because it's so.
I think we're at residuals or something.
What, like Tommy? I saw Tommy Davidson and Zanies in Chicago. Like first couple years I lived there, and he just was like effortlessly hilarious. And he'd just be like, I see you on stage. And he's like, tonight, hairy arms. Man, you got some hairy ass arms, man. And I love comics that just go, here's a thing I'm going to make fun of,
You can't explain why it's funny on paper, but I'll make it a good time for you.
Yeah, it's not a joke you'd read and laugh. It has to be performed. Oh, I miss stand-up so much.
I unfortunately though, I'd feel bad if I will blurt out hairy arms and then immediately that night just do your thing where you're flinching because of things you've done in your past. Oh God, I said that guy's arms were hairy a year ago. And I did stand up last night. I did a real show at El Cid.
Really?
But it was outdoor. It was on a patio. There's hand sanitizer everywhere. I brought my own microphone. Everyone was spaced apart to where there weren't that many people there. But it was a fundraiser for this dog adoption place. So there's little puppies and pins.
Whoa.
Yelping and heckling. And I immediately started sweating because I felt so uncomfortable being there. I'm like, I'm going to get it here. people are handing over puppies. Like,
Yeah.
you better wash them off. That
Yeah.
puppy better be wet when it's in my lap.
Yeah.
Right. Rachel said she saw like earlier in the quarantine, like people walking their dog and some like guy with like a husky that was off leash, but it ran up to some guys and they were like, "Oh, look at this thing!" and like started petting the dog, and the dog's owner was like, "God damn it!" and just hand sanitizer and then wipe the dog down.
Oh,
Totally. Yeah. That's what I was surprised because otherwise I felt okay being at this place. I just am terrible at stand up. I couldn't even remember my jokes. It was all hairy arms and orange shirt. I was just blurting shit because I was like, "What's that? A helicopter?" I was like an autistic child, but yeah, I was. They were handing puppies back and forth. I'm like, someone's gonna get it here, man. These are little virus puppies.
You can't trust when there's dogs in the room. Will like hand sanitizer wrestling be like the new scumbag bar attraction, like bikini clad gals and nothing but
wasn't
Purell.
so expensive, someone would have been doing that already.
No,
they wrestle so hard, it fumes in the air, it gets in their lungs, and it cures.
Half hour later, they look like they're 80 years old because they're just so dried out.
Yeah.
So much alcohol, just wrestling in alcohol, basically.
Or those misters that you have at outdoor sidewalk bars. It's just hand sand. It's just alcohol. Oh God, my eyes.
And it's like
he died of COVID technically, but it's because he walked into traffic after alcohol spread.
And because it's that weird viscous like mixture that makes it kind of stick to your pores, it just clogs. So it's like like a huge amount. It's like,
slap.
It's the
fills your eye like
just the occasional. Just the jizz shot from Silence of the Lambs. The senior frogs got me.
That's all I think of when I see those like footage of people in Fort Lauderdale just dancing like tit to tit and like no shirt. Everyone's just steamy and red, sweaty, drunk white people. They're just breathing into each other's mouths. I just think of anytime I've seen Senior Frogs, I'm just like, oh. Like go in and you're like, oh, this doesn't. I'm horrified.
Tell me there's one retirement home called Senior Frogs that is also in Fort Lauderdale.
It's a AAR.
Take it, boys.
Bar.
Take it, boys.
Listen, I can't wait to get back out on the road so I can do that Senior Frogs bit.
Guys, folks, we're having a wet cardigan sweater contest out of the Lido deck.
It's okay. I'm wearing my stadium, buddy. Wait.
It's kind of like pulled.
She flipped her golf cart.
If you haven't donated yet, like we're giving you pure gold here, folks. P Forest, $20. Thank you. Milani Choli, $10. Swayze Meteor, yet again, fantastic name, $20. Do you guys want to do? You want to do a bitch, please?
Chris, we got segments. This is a real show with segments.
Sure. No. I know it's nothing but riffing.
So it's been gold though. So bitch, please is basically bitch, please. You can bitch right now about anything you want. Is there something on your mind that's been driving you crazy?
You want to tear into something?
I mean, yeah. What's been going on?
You don't think too. You can go large scope. You can go small scope.
Sure.
I'm mad at the girl I seen. I was pretty excited about my relationship, and then she took off right at the beginning of this what do you call it, lock-in, and so I'm like, wait, now I have to stay home and I can't even go out to meet. I'm like 100% weird old guy. I think I'd be less weird if I could see her. And so now, yeah, I'm mad. I'm like, why am I fucking alone in my plant? I'm going crazy. I'm talking to my plants. I got new plants because the other ones died. Probably because I was talking to them too much, or I put fertilizer in, and I put too much fertilizer in. I'm over watering the plants, and I fucking killed them.
I'm sorry. I'm I'm having flashbacks of the movie Airplane where that guy keeps talking about the, like
You're just pouring gas on your head. Oh God. Is he still talking about plants? Too late.
Just you see her, that old woman's feet. She somehow hung herself from this.
Are you still seeing this lady? She's just
no,
not in
she
town?
disappeared. She went. She's like, we got to break up, and I'm like, today they just told us to stay at home.
Oh God, Chris.
How many relationships ended at the beginning? Like, we're like, well, now I don't need to come up with a story.
What's
So-
that?
Like, you're just like, I was waiting for an excuse to break up with somebody. COVID.
Mhm.
Right. I think that's what it was. Yeah. She's
Was
like,
it?
I don't want to.
That's crummy. That's some shit.
I don't know. I wish I knew why, but because what if it's just bad breath or something? There's got to be a reason. Tell me.
Yeah, you got the time to work on it.
I'll do
Love handles.
sit-ups.
Let me get
Was
at
it the
it.
love handles?
Exactly.
Was it what my weird toilet thigh muscles?
Half your core is
Well,
incredible.
those got even
Just from
stronger.
holding both legs up.
It was, and that's what happened. Everything was fine. We were talking about engagement. And then she saw me use the toilet and just walked out the door. She's like, that's horrifying. Why are you screaming and doing a cannonball?
You having both legs straight up and your toes pointed, staring at it.
Yeah, like a
Just
synchronized swimmer. I was
sweat
kicking.
just pouring down your face from
Why,
exertion.
why do you have a ballet bar next to your toilet? No, it's a whole thing.
Honey, we're not supposed to go anywhere. Not until they say it's safe.
Notice my full color. That's why. Okay, that's why.
No, I was mad this. It's funny that I did that show because I was so mad at that Brian Callen and that UFC guy, the way they were like, hey, we got COVID, but we don't give a shit because I feel fine. Like no compassion
Oh, insane.
for anyone at that show or anything. And I woke up mad at them. But then I realized, well, I did a show the other night around a bunch of virus puppies. So,
Dude, not
but I
like
didn't go
that.
on the road.
Not
Yeah,
no.
they were like, yeah, it's got a very, you're
the
not
thing that
making
blew
me
my
wear a
mind
mask.
was that they like I think it was Brian was just like, if you were at the meet and greet, like you had a meet, like the way it planned. I'm not going anywhere for the foreseeable future, but the way I had planned, if I did, I wait outside with my own mic till it was my turn. I don't watch anyone set, unfortunately. I go in the back door, I go on stage, I plug my mic in, I do my 45 to an hour. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. I get in my car, I drive right back to the hotel.
Yeah.
That was my plan. But I was
Yeah.
like, oh, and even that's
Yeah,
not,
I have shows that we're supposed to be in Portland, Seattle next month. I think I'm gonna not go. And they're outdoor, everything. They take everyone's temperature. I have to get tested every 7 days if I commit to this thing. And I'm like, it's still too scary. I'm like,
I think the outdoor thing is not so is much better because every health professional says outdoors, you're as long as you're 6 feet, you're basically safe.
yeah,
But now the news is that it's airborne. Listen, what we should learn here is that people that have made a living getting hit in the head multiple times, we should listen to them instead of scientists. That's way more important.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
Do you mean,
Like
do you mean
people that
Fairbanks
just
and his famous pratfalls?
no, one of the
Brandon.
one of those comics used to be a cauliflower ear style fighter.
Yes, UFC guy. Yes, for
Ground
sure.
and pound, a
and-
grappler.
Mhm.
You know, like that kind of shit. You guys know what
And
I'm
it's-
talking
That's
about.
more.
please
that's
go
more
wash your
Gangs
hands.
of New York.
That
is
already
what
made
you-
me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
With my fingers in my own mouth.
I know, but
fuck them.
I need to see you wash your hands right now.
I got sanitizer.
Please
put
drink some
sanitizer-
tequila.
I
Please
so-
let me
I
see
so
you
want-
spill some vodka on your face.
I
And
just
then
want a girl to walk behind you in her underwear, just casually, like into the next room or something. Like what?
He's got it. He's got it. He is a prop.
okay,
comic. He
are
knows.
you
He's ready.
happy?
Chris, I gotta say,
And then I like to touch my lips, and if they're chapped, you get that nice burn. Lets you know you're alive.
that's nice.
Just keep
Drink a little,
giving
get a sweet
yourself.
buzz.
Keep giving myself coronavirus.
It does smell like bad vodka. It's a reminder that alcohol is a poison.
We got some like natural scent, and it's like the worst frat party tequila.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
We
yeah.
both like we'll put it on our hands and then we're just outside the car window like
Yeah, jungle juice.
dry heaving because you remember when you were 17 and barfed the hardest on Jose
Oh God.
Cuervo.
Well, because
Just eating pieces of fruit out of a garbage can.
you need you need chemists to make that shit. Like, you're not some person that's making it like from scratch from their Italian nonas like I add a little here and a little of this and as much alcohol as I need to.
How dare you make fun of my authentic Italian heritage and my nona?
Sorry, I've your Nona Kirkland provides.
My mom drank boxed wine, and then I was pretty young. I would then play with the Mylar bag inside like it was a balloon.
The space bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to play with those. I would have a collection of them, and then I'd deflate it, and I'd smell old wine. That shouldn't be a toy for a child.
No, Chris.
No.
Did you
I had a
blow into it?
collection. Yeah, I'd blow into it and deflate it. That was the game. That's all the toy did.
Jesus
Was
Christ.
that a boozy, soundless bagpipe? That's all you had?
Yeah.
It's even sadder than an actual bagpipe.
Yeah, and really sad that I was just wearing a kilt for no reason.
I just
Grenache.
you as a child walking outside with it inflated, and some other kid see and you squeeze it and it pops, and just red wine like all over your child face.
Red wine. It make us feel so fine. Oh God.
Chris saying anything with a Jamaican patois will always fucking
Did the Jamaican, the reggae accent bit start on that cruise, on that
Totally. It was the minute. Yeah, we were all on that. Matt and Kyle
I was doing Micah Sherman's bit where he's like drunk on the reggae cruise, just going reggae boat cruise, boat cruise, yeah man, boat cruise.
I just like that. It was the same guys that gave us the tutorial. You're in group 7, stand by this lifeboat, and then later on they're like, bum,
bum. Like, there's no way you can be knowledgeable in both things.
Yeah,
you're a good reggae band. You're a competent reggae band. That means
remember how
you are
serious?
Shitty.
This information is going to save your life later. Stay in your group, and here's your life jacket. Boom, boom. 2 hours later,
everybody, group tree have good on Lido deck. Group tree.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Kyle and I found.
What was that like? The Ruby Tuesdays, Fat Tuesdays,
something, and a Fat Tuesdays, and we just went in the dining room and jumped out the windows into the ocean again and again and again.
Yeah, and while you guys did that, we were in Nassau, right?
Right.
For whatever reason, I just wandered into a neighborhood. I'm like, I want to see, and I walked by guys with machine guns, and people kind of looking at me like, you shouldn't be in this neighborhood. But then these kids were like finishing a mural, and I took pictures with them. I have the photo. I don't know.
Oh, that's cool.
It was the best. I took pictures with these kids. I had the best time. But then as I walked back towards the boat, that's where it got all military. And we remember the guys with guns and stuff.
Yeah.
I went into that island, and it was just families washing their Buicks, nice houses. It was beautiful there.
Oh, that's cool.
But
yeah, that was entertainment. Like the locals in the bar thought we were hilarious. They're just kind of.
Well, we found that Fat Tuesdays, and we're sitting down like we need a snack. We've been drinking, and I just saw some sign like, we're not responsible for injury if you jump into the water. And I just had to ask the waiter, I'm like, does that mean we can just jump over this railing into the water? And he's like, well, yeah. And I didn't need to hear anything else. And that's I was like that dog that likes going down the slide. And
Kyle did it like
stairs back up.
I did it like 4. Like once he did it, I'm like, I can't not
do a shot, climb over a railing into the ocean.
Yeah, it was literally out the window next to our table. You just put your foot up on it and go.
Wow. Of course you're going to do it. Yeah, that's the same.
Slopping back in, soaking wet.
Yeah, wet, walking across the bar. Everyone else in like nice shorts and polos. We're the only white people. Just kept.
I was like, I'm gonna have fun on this trip.
Senior Frogs down the way. just being a I almost said being obnoxious, but in a sense we were kind of being, I'm sure after like the 8th time, they're like, stop, man, stop jumping in the ocean, please.
I'm going to take advantage of this.
I vividly remember that. That was like 3-4 years ago, right? 5? I'm bad at this.
It was 2014. It was 6 years ago.
14 or 15, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I vividly remember you guys saying you were at Senior Frogs, which is they only give you like 2 hours when you go on these cruise ship stops.
Yeah.
So I was risking it. I was like running back to get back to the boat. So you guys were being smarter by getting drunk and diving off a balcony.
I'm going to go with smart, but all right.
I missed the boat. I did miss a cruise ship once. I had to hire a fisherman I bought a whistle, gave it to this kid. He blew the whistle, and then they turned around. It was insane. And they had my bag, my passport, and everything on this taxi boat. I would have been stranded.
The boat to the cruise. I thought you.
Yeah. There was like
a young child blew
boat.
A whistle, and a whole cruise ship turned around.
Like, little guy with a big wheel. Let's go back, Captain. I can't.
That must be Chris. That must be Chris.
A tiny island boy. Like that, the foghorn comes out of that.
Yeah. Just me and a volleyball.
It's a whistle, but it plugs into the speaker.
Everyone in the bar just shits themselves. It's so loud. Oh my God.
No, that was the best. There was a little kid selling whistles, and I was like, no, I don't want a whistle. And then the boat left. I'm like, blow on that whistle real hard.
It was the same kid that hid your passport, so you were late for the boat. Yeah. Now he just sells the solution.
I left it. I left it on the boat.
Now he owns the whole island.
Oh, that kid's a millionaire now. He's part owner of Sammy Hagar's tequila. It was in Cabo San Lucas. I was hoping to see Sammy Hagar. He says we need to get back out there, by the way. You know, he reminded us back during World War II, people used to die for our freedom. So we need to die for the economy, which is part of our freedom.
Look, because he's out there.
Then he fell
out there doing the hits. He's out there doing the hits. And he not only, he works the way Sammy does. He's out there getting in your face, singing in your mouth.
Yeah.
He's not going to stop. You can't just stay on stage, man. It's the Red Rocker.
Listen,
he's a Red Rocker.
If anybody's going to be right, it's the guy who was at one point in Van Halen and had a song that was nothing about the Blue Angels, but showed the Blue Angels. That's who I follow.
Right now show the Blue Angels? Hey, tomorrow.
I thought that song was about Crystal Pepsi.
Right now is about Crystal Pepsi.
It was a Crystal Pepsi commercial? Yes. Oh God. I forgot that existed.
Because Saturday Night Live took the song and made it for Crystal Gravy.
Gravy. That's all I remember, the gravy. I forgot about the Pepsi. That seemed like a joke too.
Oh my God.
He did write pound cake, by the way, which
I like the Sammy Hagar Van Halen songs. I like a lot of them.
I do too. Sure. I've been on the wrong side of rock history my whole life. I love Brian Johnson, AC/DC. I love Sammy Hagar Van Halen. Sure. I've been incorrect about all my tastes of just joining.
I just don't think it's like you like what you like. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a couple. Okay, Lindsay Welch, $40. Dustin Charles, $20. Holy shit, we got $195 raised for Alzheimer's awareness.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fantastic.
That's great.
Chris, you want to plug something before we
go? My comedy special, which came out a couple weeks ago, that's how I was trying to, at the end of my special, just mention to the audience that I was going to dedicate it to my mom and the Alzheimer's Foundation. And I ended up getting all choked up and weird. And I'm like, well, let's not use that ending. So I haven't, but they did use it. And I haven't watched the ending of my own special. But at the end, after the uncomfortableness that I haven't watched, that people said they liked, I just get emotional is all. But it's the same foundation that we have at the end of my special.
Oh, well, awesome.
Which you can get on Vimeo on demand. Or We're Gnarly without a G.
Without a G.
We'reNarly.com. WeRenarly. which I think was supposed to be for a 90s snowboarding website. Whitey used to make snowboard videos, and I already have weirgnarly.com, and I'm like, well, let's just use it.
Great.
So that's why it already existed. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But for now,
Well,
that's
for
where
coming on. This was I don't know if I've laughed this hard and this long doing this show consistently.
Yeah,
like,
fuck those
I don't know
other
what
guests,
it is,
dude.
Chris.
Fuck those other guests.
You're a
well,
force.
I love you. I'm excited. I don't want to hang up. I haven't hung out with anyone, and you two are my friends, and I'm not going to go. Also, it was a weird experiment. I got my, I've been yelling this whole time, right?
Yes.
You can't. I'm sorry. My air conditioner is blasting on me.
It's fine.
But I learned something about comedy. I used to hate these yellers, and I think that I'm going to start yelling. I just have to I have to bring an air conditioner to my shows.
Yeah, I'll hold it behind you. We'll never.
Since there's no reason to stop, did you guys ever do the Stress Factory in New Jersey, known for killing Greg Giraldo?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the club he OD'd at. But the owner is this guy named Vinny, and he's kind of a maniac, but he was pretty fun. But he's also insists on emceeing the shows and insists on doing crowd work, and is also deaf. So he does crowd work, but it's like yelling like, "Where are you from?" And somebody be like Newark, huh? Huh? And people think it's a bit, and it's not. He just asks questions and can't hear the answers.
Oh,
that's amazing.
And it's real funny.
Yeah,
sometimes the yellers are kind of
once all this bullshit's over.
Yeah, sometimes the yellers are kind of fun.
What is his plan? To read lips?
It's a whole weird thing over at the Stress Factory. But I will say I was nervous about doing a place called the Stress Factory in New Jersey, given that I'm such a sensitive libtard of a comedian. And it was actually a great weekend.
It's got a great rep. I hear that place is incredible.
They just play like, how some clubs will play like YouTube videos of like wacky stuff instead of stand up beforehand. And it's like clearly just a random playlist of YouTube follies. But then it gets into the stuff where the people obviously died, like the accidents were bad. And so you hear the audience go from laughing into just like, oh no. like just somebody trying to fix a power line and getting electrocuted. Like, this isn't comedic at all. And then it's like, all right, from Los Angeles, Kyle Kinane.
That guy
now that the snuff films are over.
He fell 80 feet to the ground after getting electrocuted, limp as a dummy.
When there's some places that do it wrong and you're angry they do it wrong, and there's some places that do it wrong and for no reason you can discern or articulate, it's like charming. You're like, all right. Like awesome. That was that place. Like it's kind of like you're not doing it the right way, but for some reason I'm on board with how weirdly incorrect you're doing it.
That sounds fun. I've never been to New Jersey. I want to go to a place like that.
Chris and I first met, doing a comedy contest in Los Angeles back in 2003.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we were babies, man.
I want to remember who was the guy that was in the limo that was insisted on drinking red wine in an open glass in a limo before the show and was like real arrogant about winning the contest, and then nobody heard from him again.
I think it was
I remember hearing that story.
Mick Betancourt. Wasn't Mick Betancourt there? He's like a TV writer.
That would be Mickey.
No, Mickey. Yeah, Mickey's our pal from Chicago.
He was there. He's the best. He's the best. I can't. Chad Daniels was there.
Was Chad in that one?
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Wow.
Chad was in that with us?
Totally, yeah.
That'd be, dude, if he was the arrogant one in the limo, that would be incredible.
No.
I know he wasn't.
I remember Kostaki Economopoulos.
Yeah. And Isaac Whitty was there?
Was Isaac Whitty was in it?
Yeah. It was we were all so nervous. We weren't, I remember that was the only time it was like, I had like 12 beers before, and I was like still nervous and totally sober.
And this guy was in the limo on the way there, like bouncing around a red wine in the limo. Like, hell yeah, man, we're doing it. I'm like, you are
I vaguely remember, but I can't remember who that was.
If you get to the Sunset Strip and you're like, hell yeah, this is the life, you're fucked. Like right there.
We all stayed at the W. We had 2 nights at the W Hotel in like West Hollywood, of which I had already moved out here the week before. So I just took a pillowcase full of some clothes to check into the W. And Jeff Klinger was laughing
like
at me.
Axel Foley.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine that. And then I bombed so bad. Like nobody told who was in last place, but I know that I was, because out of 10 contestants, 9 of them got on Premium Blend the next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, and then your career
I bombed
was
so
arguably
bad.
the best. Yeah,
that's like the best. That's like the best story, because like you're one of the most known comics from that list now.
Oh no! I mean, well,
Chris.
it's a testament to like don't let some failures get in your way.
Exactly.
Right.
Also, have some self-awareness, because the host of our show was Jamie Kennedy, who was shithoused and couldn't pronounce anybody's name.
He was really drunk.
It was an embarrassment. And then it's oh man, Jamie Kennedy. And now it's like, you're like, I see Jamie Kennedy, and you're like, good luck with your weird right-wing comedy.
I think he's pretty lucid these days. I think he's probably sober. Like that was probably like the last days of that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he was. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're both right. He was wasted back then. And man, I shook his hand and his fingers went to my elbow. Just giant fucking hands. I remember being very distracted. He's not that big of a dude, but just big old, scary, motivational speaker hands. Just fucking huge Tony Robbins.
Gag.
Big old Tony.
Just muscular phalanges. Oh, shit.
I have to jump. You guys you guys can stay on a little if you want.
I'll let William wrap it up. Yeah.
I'm sorry for everyone who wants to enjoy more Fair Boner or Carl Kinane. But
call me the Bone Dog. It was good to see you guys. I had a lot of fun.
You too, babe.
It's good to see you, buddy. Thanks for doing it.
Man.
Okay. Bye.
Bless all y'all's families.
He's just gonna go somewhere. Where is he going?
He just like